This is one of my all-time favorite worms to Carolina rig. This is a Z-Man finesse worm, and one of the reasons why I like it is if you don't know about the Z-Man, they're naturally buoyant. So one of my favorite lakes that's nearby, it's full of the snot grass, that black matted algae, and a lot of fish will set up in patches in there or like on the edges of it. And there's not too many baits, especially like bottom contact baits, that you can fish that won't get, all that snot grass on them. A lot of times if you're fishing like a Texas rig or a jig, you're gonna have problems every cast that's gonna be on there. So, drop shot's a pretty safe bet. I've had to learn. This is my favorite lake. I visit the most often, so I've gotten pretty good at fishing over that snot grass. The drop shot's pretty good. The Carolina, this is a great Carolina rig to use over snot grass because that finesse worm, with it being naturally buoyant, it stays down in near the snot grass, but it doesn't get on your bait really, and it's great for highly pressured fish. I like those bicolored worms. It's a peanut butter and jelly color, so it's got the lateral line, but that's a great natural color for highly pressured fish. But any color is great, really, whatever you like. But it's the Z-Man finesse worm. And then the other thing I found that works really good in that snot grass is, for whatever reason, that kind of diamond shaped head on those Denny Brower structure jigs, and they're getting harder and harder to find. I've been looking for a jig mold that's similar to the Denny Brower structure jig. I can't find anything like it, but almost every jig I've ever tried in snot grass, especially in the summertime when you're trying to just hop it along, hop it, let it fall, hop it, let it fall, not necessarily drag it. Whatever you drag through that. I'm talking about snot grass that's tight to the bottom of the lake. Now, if it's suspended or floating, that's a different story. But those Denny Brower structure jigs, you can hop for whatever reason the shape, and they're real good about not getting hung up, in like reeds and wood and stuff too. So they're my all-time favorite jig that's not a finesse jig. So I don't fish a lot of areas with rocks, so I never fish football jigs, but try that sometime. If you hit a lake and there's a lot of snot grass, try to get your hands on especially if it's summer and you're trying to fish that big old black and blue structure jig and trying to hop it. Try and find the Denny Brower because they're great. I don't know, that design and that jig head is just phenomenal. I don't know why they don't make more like that. But anyway, so the Z-Man finesse worm, one of my favorite worms, is Carolina rig. I fish it on a 3/0 EWG. You want a hook that's really strong, but you want something that's got a pretty light wire too. So, but 3/0 EWG is pretty good because it you can fish different baits on there too without having to switch up your Carolina rig. And by the way, this video, we've had some hot and cold weather here in Mississippi. Like it was in the 70s over the holidays, and now it's dipped back down cold. But this video is from a while back. But I gut hooked this fish, and I'll try and link in the video below. But like Tom Reddington's got a good video where he talks about, if you gut hook a fish, you're almost better off leaving the hook because the survival rate goes up. And he's got a study that he discusses in the video and he links to. And even guys like Roland Martin, they'll say like just leave it unless you really know what you're doing. And because like this one, I took the hook out through the side of the gills and I got it out no problem. But I was wondering after the fact, maybe I should have just left it in there. But anyway, we'll get into the video. You have 4 hours, baby. Let's go. 4 hours to catch some good fish catches. Some good fish catches. All right, this is a wake bait. I didn't know that's what it. When I bought it, I didn't know it was wake bait. I thought it was a jerk bait. You can use this in deep water and shallow water. Now I had two fish blow when I was fishing some private lakes. I had two. The first time I fished with this, I had two fish blow up on it. One was like a 4-pounder, one was a 5-pounder. Both of them shook the hook. So uh, if one blows up on it today, I'm gonna keep the rod tip way down. I don't want to give them any chance of getting off. But this is one of those baits that if you make a nice long cast, you should be able to do something. At the end of this down over here, I think a lot of guys probably throw right at this laydown, but the fish actually sit out at the end of it. Out here, there's another branch or the end of the laydown out here in the deeper water where I've caught a bunch of fish out there. Let's see what we got in here. A little garlic sauce. Let's go. It's absolutely beautiful out here. The only person out here. If we can sneak up on one, maybe we can sneak up on one. This point, some grass out here. Well, I wouldn't say it's good grass, but there's some stuff on the bottom that they like to hide over. Ambush. Not very deep right there. But that is the range where it drops off. Right here. Because we're in 15 feet of water, but where I just cast it, it's only 5, 4. Got one. Oh, he got off. He wasn't very big. Had no leverage to pin the hook into him. It's a slow bite. He nibbled it, stopped it, pulled it again, stopped it, pulled it again, and then he was there. It was a slow bite. Carolina rig's good technique for this time of year. Dang it. Didn't want him to get off. Should have done that better. Wasn't his fault. I didn't do my part. Didn't do my part. He was down there right where I said they would be. And I let him off the hook. He was who I thought he was, and I let him off the hook. It's deeper than I thought up there. Thought it was shallower. Best thing is like when you're fishing a Carolina rig and you just go to drag it, and then you think it's just like on a weeds, and then you just pull it a little harder, and then it starts pulling back, and then you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, baby. This is this is a Z-Man worm, by the way. It's really buoyant. I think it's great for Carolina rigging. I don't have a super heavy. I don't know what this is. Half ounce maybe. But this is more of like a finesse worm, so this is better. You know, it'll stay up, kind of won't get buried in that snoggy stuff if you're dragging it over it. But there's usually a fish out there where I just casted. There's usually a fish or two. Usually holds one. I've caught them out there on, done real well on the drop shot out there. Yep, I just had a bite. The boat was moving and I missed them. Oh, he's on there. I got him. It's a good one. It's definitely a good one. Oh, I don't know about this one. Yeah, he got gut hooked. That's my fault. This is not good. I think he's gonna be all right. I think I got the hook out from the side of his gills, but I think he'll be all right. Guess he liked the garlic sauce on there. See if we can get another one. This is a good spot. Now I'm on a log.